This episode showcases Paul's development after losing roles, and she needs to find a way to have more purpose when it comes to being in a relationship or in a fusion with someone else. Like, after Rose's scalpel, it kind of shows that she is just trying to make herself feel good, but at the same time, what Garnet says in the later episodes, there are consequences of that person's actions, mainly of what she said to Paul. In this episode, Peloton has been repairing the communication up in order to get a message from Yellow Diamond for help, since that she is still stuck on Earth. Steven suggested that Garnet and Amethyst should fuse in order to become Sardonyx in order to destroy the communication hub like before, but unfortunately, due to how reckless Sardonyx was when it comes to the fusion of Amethyst and Garnet, she denies and she wants to fuse with Paul, which gives us the introduction of Sardonyx. I gotta be really honest with you, knowing full well that I found Paul's fusion really good, I still feel like the Sardonyx is literally on the same level, mainly the fact that I love her personality and the fact that even watching this episode for the first time during my first binge watch, I still can't get over how great Sardonyx was. Rewatching this episode really shows that I'm really in Paul's position, but I wouldn't do what she did when it came to repairing the communication hub, since that we have thought that Peloton was repairing it multiple times, but at the end of the day it wasn't. And since that this fusion between Paul and Garnet is mainly in the way of Amethyst when it comes to her song Tower of Mistakes, when it comes to her being reckless, when it comes to her fusion with Garnet, I gotta say, knowing full well that Garnet is just trying to make things right by calming down a bit and not causing more reckless situations, I think that there's a reason onto why that she easily unfused with Amethyst after fusing towards the end of the episode, which leads to, after destroying the communication hub completely, it shows that the actions that Paul caused really shows that she is desperate while Amethyst really isn't. It kind of shows that with Amethyst not being desperate, really shows that she isn't much of a failure, knowing full well that the other crystal gems have flaws that really holds them back on being perfect. Then again, the biggest difference between Sardonyx and Sardonyx is the fact that one is really happy and full of energy, while the other one has energy but is extremely reckless and mostly ruthless. Believe me when I say this, is that every time I think about these two fusions, though they have so much differences despite having energy in them. One of the reasons onto why characters like Sardonyx is really good when it comes to these positive traits is because they make them very valuable, but also too valuable in the point of view of Paul. And for how the first season showcased Paul's bravery and intelligence, it kind of shows that she's trying to move forward with that with someone else that isn't Rose. Then again, I'm pretty sure that when it came to her position that she is in now, where she's just trying to move forward, but at the same time, though in the same position while they're at square one and are not moving forward due to Paul repairing the communication hub, she probably has powerful secret keeping powers by keeping secrets from the fusions that she's in, despite the fact that in fusion they always share secrets from each other. I'm just saying this that when it comes to these types of plot holes, these defenses are really stupid, but at the same time, I'm starting to convince that they're trying to make this paw completely unique than the other paws. I'm just saying, I'm fully aware that my defense isn't really the best, but keep in mind, that's really what I see when it comes to Paul keeping all this when it comes to going into multiple paws inside of her when it comes to the episode A Single Pair Walls. I really enjoyed this episode when it comes to Sardonyx, and my point of view centering around the characters in this have improved over time. As far as I'm concerned, regardless of what people feel about these types of choices when it comes to Paul's development, I really feel like the whole development is really on point after my second binge watch. Though then again, I'm fully aware that other people gave this show multiple chances when it comes to the second or third binge watch, but at the same time, rewatching this episode kind of shows that the episode itself has more meaning other than Sardonyx, because that's what I've been thinking of during my first binge watch. And if I did review this episode without this marathon, I would have been praising Sardonyx to no end. I'm giving this episode an 8.5 out of 10.